What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online family? JamiroFan 2000 here with yet another episode of JamiroFan Talks About. For the uninitiated in this series here on my JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel, this has been my periodic discussion series looking at the past, present, and future of Jamiroquai and the now over 31 years of musical and influential making. Now, this episode of JamiroFan Talks About is going to be dealing with the ninth Jamiroquai album, and as I've been doing periodically here on my videos on my JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel, at least as of recently, over the last few months of 2024, I'm here with a couple of new updates that have been brought to us by four Jamiroquai band members in various locations around the world, so I thought I'd put them all together in one episode of JamiroFan Talks About. So let's get into the first blurb. First off, Jamiroquai guitarist Rob Harris recently put up an update video after he recently, along with Jamiroquai bassist Paul Turner, did another couple of masterclasses up in the mountains of Italy for boom and twang for the bass and the lead guitar. Well, Rob was just basically checking in because he hadn't put up a new video over on his Rob Harris Guitar YouTube channel in nearly a month's time, but gave us a little bit of an update what's happening with him, how the boom and twang masterclass went, and he also gave us an update that he just mentioned by the side that he had been doing some recording with Jay in the studio at Chillingham in regards to Jamiroquai Album 9, so let's get on to the next blurb. Just recently, Jamiroquai percussionist Sola Akingbola, who has been very, very busy, who had just released the first half of his two solo project called How Should I Part 1 and Part 2. Well, Sola just recently did a podcast interview where he, one of the questions posed by the moderator of that said interview on that podcast was what's happening with the ninth Jamiroquai album. Well, Sola is always an open book, much like Derek McKenzie and many other band members of Jamiroquai. Some band members are being a little bit secretive of what they could say about the ninth Jamiroquai project outside of what they share on social media, but Sola was nice enough to answer the question with saying he hasn't really seen Jay very, very much, given he's been so busy with writing, conceiving, recording, and mastering his new solo album, which the first half of which has already been out. And be sure to check that out, Jamly, when you can. How Should I Part 1. It is absolutely awesome and available on all major streaming platforms, so listen to that when you can. But back to the main piece of news. Sola said he hasn't been able to meet up with Jay very recently, but he promised that over the next few weeks, once his schedule gets a little bit loosened up, and he does plan on doing live tour dates to support his How Should I Part 1 solo album project, well, he did promise that he's got to go into the studio, and he's pretty much the last band member who is yet to record his percussionary parts for all the said new Jamiroquai material for the ninth album. So very, very optimistic comments there from Sola Akingbola of Jamiroquai. So let's get into the last ninth album Jamiroquai news blurb. And lastly, for this episode of JamiroFan Talks About, some great members of the Jamly who preferred to remain anonymous. Well, they recently went to one of the second leg tour dates for Purple Disco Machine, who's been having Matt Johnson and Derek McKenzie, the drummer and keyboardist of Jamiroquai, sitting in with his live band as he's going to be going on the second leg of his European tour, supporting his new solo album Paradise, which is absolutely awesome. Any member of the Jamly, be sure to check out Purple Disco Machine's this and all of his prior music releases. Absolutely amazing, outstanding DJ inside of his remix work with Jamiroquai and outside of the DJ world. But like I said, both Matt and Derek did field some questions from some lovely members of the Jamly in regards to the ninth Jamiroquai album. And Matt Johnson was plainly very honest when he said that recent video that JK put out from Chillington, being a very, very giddy, talking about a number of track lists on the ninth Jamiroquai album and giving us just a little bit of an update. Matt stressed that we shouldn't take that video as literally, just the word literally, that there is still a lot of work to do on this album, and that as for a speculation on when Jamiroquai could be releasing this album, the ninth Jamiroquai album, or a potential supporting tour, he said that 2025 is definitely the year of release for the ninth Jamiroquai album, whenever they get the mixing process started and finished, probably in and out of the holidays of 2024 into 2025, and that a tour could be possibly coming. And take both of these pieces of information with a grain of salt. Things can change. A supporting tour for the ninth Jamiroquai album could be starting at the end of 2025 as well. So those are your regular updates from four of the band members of Jamiroquai, and massive thank yous to Derek, Matt, Paul, and Rob for giving us periodic updates on where the ninth Jamiroquai album status stands. But like I said, I will be bringing you all the latest information, at least on my part, that I can scrounge up when it becomes available, when I can talk about it on future episodes and videos here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. But as always, this is JamiroFan JamiroFan 2000. Thank you again for watching this episode of JamiroFan Talks About. If you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe and ding the bell on your YouTube to stay up to date on all the latest new content coming from the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. I will strongly endeavor to keep bringing you all the latest news as we go into the fall and winter of 2024 into 2025. But as always, this is JamiroFan 2000. I'll see you again really soon with more content here on the JamiroFan 2000 YouTube channel. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you again for the recent subscriber milestone on my YouTube channel, and I'll see you around.